I think the biggest thing I'm learning on my healing journey is having levels of self compassion for myself. I think it's challenging when we see ourselves, trying to use these different tools, trying to think in different ways that we haven't in the past. And we just feel really confused about, is this the right thing to be doing? Should I be setting this boundary? Is this the time to let this person go? Should I still be allowing myself to be in this situation? And all those crazy thoughts. And sometimes the best thing I can do for myself and just pause and just say, but you know what, Tanisha? None of that matters. What matters is you're using new tools. You're speaking your voice. You're showing up in ways for yourself that you've never shown up before. You're loving yourself in a much more deep and empathetic way than you have in your life. So, does it really matter that maybe you should have said more when you set that boundary? No. What matters is you set the boundary. Does it matter that you struggling in a certain area with finding the words to communicate? No, because the idea is that you communicate it. So I tell myself, like, you know what? Stop beating yourself up about, am I doing it right? And just be thankful that you finally doing it. Like, you finally doing it. Like, you're finally saying, enough is enough. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with that. Like, I'm learning to love people and also put myself in spaces that feel good. You know, we can love people from the bottom of our heart, but what you can't do is you can't deny what you need. If a certain relationship is not giving you what you need, it's your obligation to yourself to put yourself in a space that can. You know, we've been taught that when we're in a relationship and we're not getting what I need, we're not getting what we need. We need to somehow find a way to get this person on board with how we think and how we feel and what we want the outcome to be. But I'm learning that, like, healthy communication is not about that. Healthy relationships is not about that. Once we see that window of us going left and this person going right, it's not your job to make that person go right with you. Like, it's your job to watch and observe what's happening and find ways to take care of yourself. And I know you love the person. And I know you want the person in your life. But you also can't change them. The only thing that you can do is ask yourself what do you need, and does this relationship match that need? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm never the one to say cut somebody off and all of that. What I say is develop a level of understanding about your own needs and your own emotions, and then tap into that and speak from that. When we speak from emotions that are clear, we're not defensive, we're calm. And in that calmness is when you say, you know what, when you do XYZ, it really changes how I feel about you, or it really makes me question, is this friendship, is this intimate relationship, is this, whatever, really working for the both of us? Because I see you doing XYZ and I'm doing 1, 2, 3. And I struggle to see how we can support each other and how it can merge. Now, for the people that either don't have the capacity to be able to do a game plan with you and compromise, they may completely choose to end the relationship. And that's just a risk that we have to take. You have to take. I always tell you, I'm in this healing game with you. I may be on mile 100 and you on mile 10, but are we not still all on the same running track? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've lost a lot of people. A lot of people. I've lost some people because I didn't know how to use my voice and express what I needed. So I chose to avoid and be passive aggressive. I've lost some people because when I made amends, it wasn't received. I've lost some people because I had to let them go because of their behavior, because of how they made me feel, and just because I knew that long term, this relationship, this friendship, this intimate partnership, this whatever, wasn't going to work for me. And the message that I pass on about being on a healing journey is listening to yourself, trusting yourself. When that thought is saying, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship with this person, you need to listen to it. Don't minimize it. You never want to be in a situation where you're using old coping mechanisms in new situations. The minimizing, the people pleasing, the overworking, the overeating, the hiding, the avoiding, all those things that we do is no longer serving us. And it gets to a place where you have to ask yourself, what do you really want? Are you ready to live the life that you know you deserve? Or are you still just finding ways to cope? And there's nothing wrong with coping. But the danger of coping is that, sometimes it doesn't have a time stamp. And before we know it, we've been coping with life for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And I'm never judging nobody. The reason why I know these things is because I've done it. But I do encourage you to look at yourself, to look at your situation and ask yourself, is it serving you? Is your job serving you? Is your relationship serving you? Are your friends serving you? Is your family, how are these people in these situations serving you? Do they still make up who you are? And don't be afraid if that answer is no. I can tell you that I was at a point in my life where nothing that I was doing was serving me. Nothing. No relationship. No nothing. Nothing was serving me. And I had to figure out what I wanted to do. And I think that's the scary part that no one wants to do. No one wants to figure out what is my game plan when I actually realize and accept that the way that my life is looking thus far does not serve me. Nobody wants to be in that situation. And I have empathy for you, and I have love for you, and I'm here for you. And my message is just continue to develop that level of self-compassion for yourself. If you are ready to make the step towards, yes, I want to re-identify who I am, my life, what it looks like, the direction I'm going, I'm currently accepting applications in my coaching program. And I really want you to do this for you. I want you to say enough is enough. Half of 2023 is over. I'm not going to continue to walk this path of not knowing what's happening in my own life and not having a trajectory in my own life. So, blessings to you on this day. Please remember you are special, you are important, you deserve to be heard and seen, and no one is more important than you.